Hey everybody, welcome back. Speaking of back, I just got back from my sister's again. I was up there for about 4 days. We kind of get together, some of you I might have already mentioned, we kind of get together, I don't know, as much as we can every other month, sooner if we can afford it, and just hang out and talk. She lost her husband, I think it'll be 5 years this February. And as you all know, we lost our son about 9 years ago. So we just get together as much as we can and just kind of hang out and reminisce and do stuff and have a good time. So I just got back, so I figured I better do an update. I did some stuff before I left, and then I did some stuff earlier today when I got back, and then I thought, I need to do a video. It's been a while. So I mentioned last video that, speaking of losing people, that we lost a good friend, and my wife's best friend, husband, and me and Butch were pretty good friends. And his wife had been giving me some of his stuff, so I thought I would share it with you guys. It's pretty cool. I'm going to treasure it. My garage is kind of goofy right now with my daughter living here, so I will find a place for it somewhere, but not in the garage. But as you can tell, he likes Chevys. No, just kidding. He liked Fords big time. That's a cool Ford Truck Road sign. And a lot of this stuff his wife bought him to decorate his room with. And now, she doesn't really need it, and I figured I would enjoy it, so I will definitely. That's pretty cool. I told you he had that Ford Fairlane thing. It kind of looked like that. I showed that. Yeah, I put decals on this, a die cast. But he had a real one like that he had a crazy honking motor in. He was right in the middle of working on when he got sick, so it never got finished. Sold that to his best friend. But he gave me that. That's a pretty cool sign. I like that. Well, actually, his wife gave it to me. And then he gave me this cool little, I didn't know he liked hot rods, but that's a cool little, a lot of this stuff is at Hobby Lobby. You've probably seen it. But it's kind of cool. Got to find room for all of it. Sorry I'm moving around so much. And then she gave me this cool book, which is one I don't have. I've seen it a lot. I sold a lot of my books, but this one is pretty cool. So we'll do some casual reading and drooling over pictures and color pictures too. Cool. Anyway, pretty cool book. So I'm going to be enjoying that for a while. And then a couple more things before we get into what I've been working on. I'm going to sit down here because I'm old. I was up at my sister's. The room I stay in up there, her husband has some die casts and stuff I showed you before. She gave me a bunch of his stuff. This was sitting there on a shelf, and I hadn't never really noticed it, but yeah, it's a Dodge. You kind of see Dodge right there. And my dad had a pickup like this. Whoops. We're taking the trailer apart in case you haven't noticed, because we don't need a horse trailer. But I might do something with that. Hauling lumber or something. My dad was a junker. If you don't know what that is, he would go around to all the dumps back in the day, 60s, early 70s, and collect beer bottles, aluminum, copper, iron, all that kind of stuff, and take it to the recycle place and make some extra money. And he had quite a little operation going. I'd help him. But he had a Dodge truck. He took the bed off and made a flatbed out of it. But pretty close to this year, this body style. So she said I could have this. So I'm going to take it apart and paint it green like he had. can't make a flatbed because it's metal and it's all molded together. So, but I'll do the bed and do the interior and stuff, and then I'll paint this little trailer, put a bed in there or something for hauling something. So that's kind of cool. I appreciate my sister for giving me that. I asked her where she got it, and I was going to try finding one, and she said, no, you just take that one and fix it up. So I might dink around with that tonight for a while too. It's kind of cool. But anyway, what I've been working on, as y'all remember, is that 36 and that Mustang. So I'm going to try something here. There we go. And that Mustang is coming along pretty good. I'm kind of liking where I'm going with this. I keep having ideas along the way, and I lowered it. And I was going to change out those wheels I like, but it just wasn't working. So I made them work. I got to touch them up around the edge because I've been handling it too much. But those stripes work pretty good on it. I think those decals were from the 53 Ford pickup with the one of those things with the trailer, or the one with the, yeah, I think it was the one with the trailer. Anyway, pretty cool. That's where the Gulp stickers come from. And I painted this color not realizing that, and then as I'm trying to figure out how I want to build it, I thought, well, I could make a little like a roundy round car out of it. And then I thought, hey, I got these orange decals and they look good with this blue, and it's kind of a Gulp color, so it turned out pretty good. And I still got a ways to go. The motor that came in this was toast. The whole lot of it was really super glued. I mean, not with super glue, but superly glued together. And I couldn't save the motor. I couldn't get the heads off, and he has them on upside down or backwards, or whatever you want to call it. So I couldn't use that motor. So I went through all kinds of motors trying to get a motor to fit. And finally, I don't know what this one was out of, but you can see it's a kind of a gray plastic. I don't know what motor it is. I think it's a Ford motor, maybe, with that big giant manifold. But it fits in there. And if I don't put a carburetor on it, I can just set an air cleaner on there, and it'll look pretty realistic. But I got all the parts there to it. And I might Mickey Mouse and put those valve covers on it, so it will look like a little small block Ford. I got the interior. Interior was black, and I just did some, I don't know if I told you guys that in the video or not. I just kind of two-toned it with some flat black instead of trying to, I could get the, I don't think I could get the seats out. They were glued in there so hard. But I detail painted the console and a little bit on the dash. Changed out the steering wheel. And those wheels are so cool. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with that. I'm going to put a roll bar in it. A little roundy round thing. And it's got the axle that goes through. And I just went ahead and did it that way. And I cut the oil pan in half, so it would sit down on there. Well, it's too hard to get it out, but there's the other half of the oil pan. It's got that where the sump goes in the front, like a lot of Fords did. But there's all the stuff for that. And then this thing here, I told you I was going to paint it that color, and I did that before I left. And this looks pretty good, that color. And I'm going to have black wheels on it. Those aren't the wheels I'm going to have. I've been going nuts trying to find some stock looking wheels, because I'm like I told you, I'm doing that build kind of like that right there with a little moon cap in the middle. But I got to find something. What was on it works great. Get the offset so the tire tucks in the fender, inside the fender. But man, these were just majorly glued. There was a chrome ring on there. I did one and everything popped off really good, but this one didn't, so I just bagged it. And moving on to, I found some good wheels, but when I put them in and then go to get a wheel back, I can't get a short enough wheel back to keep them inside the fender. So what I can always do is just get a flush wheel back and just glue them onto the axle, which, you know, that works. It doesn't have to roll or anything. It's just easier if you can find a wheel back like that with an axle and just pop them on there, slide both wheels on, and you're good to go. So that's one problem there. And the other problem is the paint is pretty smooth there. I made it get all blurry. And on the fender unit, but on the body unit, either I got too much paint or not enough paint, and it didn't lay down very well. And I should have tried shooting it again, but I didn't really notice it was that bad till I put it up against the fenders. So I'm thinking about doing, plus it's really shiny. It says satin, but that's a pretty shiny satin for me. So I'm thinking about sacrificing the trunk lid or the rumble seat lid and shooting this on there and seeing if it'll work over it, the flat clear, and then it might smooth it out a little bit and make it flatter, but it also might wrinkle the paint and make it worse. So we're gonna find out. Maybe I'll sacrifice just a piece of plastic and shoot it with that, but I would like to get it a little bit flatter and maybe a little bit smoother. And I thought about doing a rust treatment, like I mentioned before. God, I'm sorry, I can't remember his channel's name. The way he does it with Elmer's glue. In my next video, I'm gonna have all the information for you guys in case you haven't seen it. I should have it this time, but I already have a 36 Ford that I painted black and kind of scuffed it to look like the paint was wearing off. So I didn't want to do another one. You know, I want to do another one, just not another 36 coupe. So I don't want to sand it and make it look like the paint's wearing off or anything. So we're going to try that flat clear and see what that does. If any out there might know what this is and if it'll react with Rust-Oleum paint over there, you could like maybe give me a comment and let me know, because I don't know. But otherwise, that's where I'm at. That's about all I think we got going. I want to tell you guys, Kit Bash Customs, if you haven't seen his new video of a custom he just built, you might want to give Jimmy over there at Kit Bash Custom a look-see, because that thing is just crazy cool. Crazy cool. That guy built some crazy customs. And I wish I could do half what he does. It's just so freaking cool. So anyway, go check out Kit Bash Customs. His name is Jimmy. He's from Sweden, I believe. He's got a cool accent and an amazing model builder. Pretty cool dude. So go check him out just because of that. His latest build is crazy. And if you've been wondering, I forgot about my son's 29. It just got cold and I don't want to try painting it, and I could do more. I could like work on the chassis and stuff, but I just kind of want to start on it and just kind of like, I don't know, I'm just kind of scared to start on it right away. I don't want to screw it up, so we'll see, but it's definitely going to be done hopefully before spring. So anyway, I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys. Yeah, I got one stuff to do tomorrow. I gotta put a headlight in the old Buick and take the grill and half the front end apart to get that. That's gonna be fun. I know you guys don't care, but yeah, that kind of stuff's fun. Anyway, that's it. Just what's up going on, and that's about all I'm doing. And I'll give you guys another what's up video here in 4 or 5 days, and you'll see how the wheels and tires turned out on that, and how the motor turned out on that, and maybe the paint turned out on that. And I'll see how I do on that. So anyway, until then, I'm out here. Everybody take care. Thank you very much for watching and leaving me comments and likes. I really appreciate it. So until next time, take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye.